Hey there, Ranger Nation. Welcome to the Webcast with Attitude, LR4. I'm your host, Nate, and this is episode 148, Blazing Pink. And you'll see why that's called Blazing Pink. Kind of matches up for this month because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So kind of works. Kind of works out. Last Sunday, I was supposed to have this episode. But a lot of things came up. We had family over, and so yeah. But anyway, enough of that. Let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-host. We've got David.
Hey.
We got Rick.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
And Rick says, "Enter through here."
Enter thought.
That's how you do it. Enter thought here.
Yeah.
Right.
Please enter your thought down here.
Yeah. So, guys, we got some stuff to talk about. But let me just ask, David, how you been? I know you haven't been able to be on the webcast for the last week because you've been really busy.
Yeah, I've been very busy, but I'm glad to be back. Yep.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. Now, I don't know if we talked to you about Ranger Stop and Pop at all. Did we talk to you about that last time?
Wait, during the webcast?
Yeah, did we? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about it? I mean, Rick and I have only been to Ranger Stop, PMC, and Lexington and Cincinnati Comic Expo. What is Ranger Stop and Pop like?
Oh, it was fun. It was my first con in almost 2 years since Ranger Stop Orlando 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was my first time in Atlanta as well, and it's a beautiful city. And yeah, it was just great to get back into the con world, and it was great to see some familiar faces and also to meet the Beast Morpher Rangers for the first time. They're really cool guys.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. That's good. I mean, I understand that Jacqueline Sazowski had to cancel last minute because of personal reasons, but you know, I'm sure we'll see her. We'll see her at PMC. Yeah. Hopefully, you know.
The one I was really disappointed about was Aaron Cahill.
Yeah. I mean, things come up, you know. But you know what? It's cool though. It's cool because there's always another chance to see them whether it's a different convention or PMC. PMC is always a possibility. Rick, what about you, man? How you been?
Tired.
Jobs offering money for work for cons.
Yeah, best way to make money to go to conventions.
Yeah. So, is everything going okay with your job or something? I saw something about that.
Oh yeah, I mean, right now they're offering extra money for peak season, an extra $5 on the hour.
Jeez.
On top of their $15.50 starting pay. So
basically, 20.50 at least.
Yeah, you'll be making pretty close to what I make on the hour before this incentive.
Yeah. So, talking about cons, me and Rick last month we went to two conventions. We went to the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention for 4 days, and then we went to 1 day for Cincinnati Comic Expo. It was a lot of fun, you know.
Sweet.
Rick was mainly up at the vendors looking through the comics. So, hey,
yeah.
he managed to get the comics he was looking for. So that's what all that counts.
I only need 14 more issues.
Yeah, that's
and awesome. I will have every issue of Superman released from 1986 to 2011.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
considering I have every issue after that, I will technically actually have every issue of Superman released from 1986 to present day.
Sweet. Well, that's good data. So
I know.
Yeah, I met a lot of actors. Paul Schreier, Jason Narvey were there at the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention, but they didn't have a panel because they were a last minute entry to the convention. So, but those guys are cool. It was great to see them. And then I met a lot of other actors that weren't Power Ranger related, but it was still cool. And the Cincinnati Comic Expo, I saw David Fielding again, Austin St. John, and Tracy Lynn Cruz. It was really great to see them. And
I still haven't
guys, for those of you
I still haven't met Tracy Lynn Cruz yet. She's on my list.
Yeah, she's really nice, dude. She's a really nice person to talk to. And
yeah,
hey, she posts the picture. Her husband takes photos on her phone of people that she meets, and she posts them on her Facebook fan page. So it's pretty cool. But before we get into the list, David Fielding, if you guys are friends with David Fielding on his Facebook, he is going to be deleting it like by the end of the month. And, I think it just seems like it's a lot of stuff going on because there's so much stuff on social media these days that, people just don't want to see or talk about anymore. I can understand that. But, guys, he's still on. I don't know if he's going to get rid of Instagram or Twitter, so hopefully he stays on those two platforms. But nothing but love for David.
He's planning on getting rid of all social media, but I could just be reading too much into it.
Well, he said that those who know how to reach me will be able to, but not through this site, this app/site. So he was talking about Facebook. So. With
the way that he mentioned that the first part there, those who know how to get a hold of me know how to. It's like that almost makes it seem like he's actually planning on getting rid of all social media.
Right.
Which kind of probably should. Social media does cause all kinds of issues in the world.
Yeah, and nothing but
it also allows people to sell stuff outside of eBay. It allows people to get together with groups to turn around and discuss things that they like superheroes, Power Rangers, stuff like that.
Yeah, but nothing but love
for the good with the bad and the ugly.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And the bad part is they're not an equal third split.
Right. Nothing but love for David Fielding. He's a great guy.
Ugly right here, and I wouldn't say good either way. So I kind of have ugly and bad, so I'm 2/3.
Yeah. So we have nothing but love for David Fielding. As much as it sucks because I enjoy talking to him, but there's always conventions to see him at, so that doesn't mean he's gonna stop doing those. So you'll see him at convention.
And hey, that's a way to get a hold of him. Show up to a convention he's going to.
Yeah. Exactly. And, maybe, I don't know, maybe down the line, maybe he'll come back. Who knows? We'll just, but, he is deleting he didn't say it was deactivating, he said deleting. So, but who knows what's going to happen in the future. But David Fielding, dude, we got nothing but love for you, man. I can't wait to see you at another convention. It was great to see
us. Let's just hope he doesn't delete YouTube so he can still watch us. If he actually still watches us.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, enough of that. We got some news from some very news over last year. Over from not last year, over the summer, and I wanted to try to cover that because it wasn't. I don't know where did Rick go. Rick,
you still in there, man?
I am.
Only his voice.
I think he turned his cam off for a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm here. I just turned off the camera so I can move.
Oh.
So
the joys of being pantless on this show.
Thank you for doing that. Everybody appreciates that. Mainly me.
Yeah, mostly you.
Anyway.
I think David might actually enjoy the show if it costs $9.99. If it's free, he doesn't want it.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to the topics. We've got some Renegade game news. If you guys don't know what Renegade is, it's a RPG company that has a bunch of stuff. It's like basically Dungeons and Dragons. So they got some Power Ranger stuff that have been released or will be released later down the road. So here we go. So they are going to be releasing another Power Rangers deck building game, the Zeo Stronger Than Before collection. So that will be, I think it's available for pre-order right now. So guys, if you want to go to Renegade Studios, definitely get on that. and make sure to pre-order it. And here's a look at the box art for it, which is really cool looking. I love the design, and now personally, I don't know how to play these kind of games, these deck building games.
Would you
they
be
have,
interested in learning?
Didn't you play a deck building game, right?
I have the DC deck building game.
You told me about that one time when we were at Red Robin, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
we actually played a versus version of it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So
okay.
DC came out with a versus function for their deck building game, which is a one-on-one instead of having to have the whole board.
Okay. So here is
they'll come out with something like that for this eventually too.
Here is the some of the cards that are going to be coming, like one exclusive with it. General Vengeance, so that's pretty cool from Forever Red, and you have a card that can actually build up to the Serpentera.
Shadowborg!
I still think that's kind of funny how they decide to use the Shadowborg suit from Beer Wars.
And the fact that there's still a card called Shadow Claw.
Shadow Claw. Yeah, Shadow Claw 6.
Oh my God, really?
Uh-huh. Although Serpentera over 3 cards, 8, 9, and 10.
Tail, scales, head. Yeah. Yeah. See,
well,
look,
I think they kind of realized
like a puzzle.
Head, scales, and tail.
That's interesting.
So this will definitely be interesting because this actually looks like you can actually combine some of the cards.
Yeah.
For stronger power.
Those are pretty cool though. So guys, if you're gonna end up ordering this, go to the website and pre-order this, and start doing the deck building game. And we got another game that's coming from Renegade Studios called Power Rangers role-playing game. So I don't know how
this is probably the main game, and Zeo Stronger Than Before is an expansion pack that will still require the main game to play, because that's how these deck builder games work.
Okay.
You get your main set, then you get your expansion sets. Now, like DC has like 4, 5 different main sets, but all their expansion sets can be played with any of the 4 starter sets.
Okay.
So
all right, well, that makes
it does look like that's what they're doing here. You got your starter, you got your expansion. So they'll probably do turbo and space here shortly.
Okay. Well, that is cool. I mean, I'm glad they're with Renegade Studios, they are branching out with other seasons, and I like that.
It provides additional options, team up, stuff like that, because you don't have to play with all the cards. You can intermix the cards.
Right. So also, what else is there? But yeah, guys, there's a lot of pre-orders there. Just look this up. I think they have pre-orders for the books you can get for this game. So yeah, definitely look into that. And also, oh God, I can't wait to show you this. For Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. And what's going to be around, it's going to be 2 months away or so, Christmas. So for those of you guys that love Christmas, I mean, I love Christmas. Who doesn't? I mean, unless some people don't, but who knows? Anyway, so here we go. They're including a Santa versus Heximus holiday pack. So you can pre-order this on their website, I believe, and there's a description saying, hold on. Oh God, I gotta look at this description up. It's creative. It's a creative. It's very creative. That's all I gotta say about that.
Because this kind of works sort of to a deck builder game, because you have your main set, the Heroes for the Grid, and then you have the expansion sets like the holiday pack here to add into the game additional material.
Yeah, and I understand that you actually have
so although not a deck building game because it utilizes figures, it's still close. So if you like this, a deck builder game, it's going to be right up your alley.
Yeah. Now I know that you can actually
just make sure it's not Crime Alley because Batman lost his parents there.
Never talk about that again. Never. No. So I think this is very interesting because you can paint these, because that's how they come in the packaging. They are not. They're only one color, and I mean, when you take them out, you can actually just paint them the color that you wanted that's on the box, basically. So yeah,
paint them like any other little figurine.
Yep.
I mean, that one came pre-painted for a game, but you can always repaint it.
Right. All right, here it goes.
Yeah.
All right, so according to this description, evil spells, Santa smells cursing coal all day. Okay, Heximus has arrived with a bag of cursed coal and a plot to take over the world. The Power Rangers need the help of Santa Claus, who is suiting up with his reindeer Zord. Ready to take down any who threatens this happy holidays. A reindeer Zord. We've had a deer Zord in Wild Force, a reindeer Zord. Is this Zord going to have a red nose?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, maybe.
That would be kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Reindeer Zord, use nose blaster.
Rudolph Zord.
Nose laser! Laser nose
Rudolph,
fire!
with your nose so bright. Won't you destroy this monster tonight?
Find this monster!
So with everything that's been announced from Renegade Studios, David, let me go to you. What do you think of what's to come from this? And have you ever considered trying to get into this game, like the role-playing game and the deck building game?
I mean, it looks really cool, and I might consider playing the game. And this will be a perfect gift for the holidays. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Rick? I mean, I know we've seen this a lot.
I've thought about it. Didn't get in soon enough to, already have a lot of it. So to get in at this point would be expensive over time.
Mm-hmm. As for me,
instead of expensive before time, but I think my internet's acting up.
Yeah, I think it is. You're really going. All right. Anyway, so I mean, these are interesting, but I don't know. I might try to get the deck building, maybe. I don't know. But the RPG itself, I don't know. Yeah, Rick will be back because he had to do something real quick.
Yeah, probably fix the internet.
Yeah. Taking care of the connection. So, but anyway, yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, this type of game, I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't really. I don't know if I'd be interested in doing it, but I would. I mean, maybe I'd give it a try. And they saw this at PMC 2018 because they were testing it out for everybody so people can play it.
I think I remember seeing it there, but I didn't try it out.
Yeah, I know two of the people that were part of Power Rangers Hyperforce were there. So,
and
that was including Andre Meadows,
Black Nerd
Comedy. He was there. So, oh, here's Rick. He's back. All right.
Hopefully, the reboot of the computer worked.
Yeah. Job offering money for work for Hexmas. Oh my God, he's.
Actually, I changed that before the internet issues, but still.
I didn't notice it until now. So, with that said, we're going to move on to the next topic, which is our Power Rangers Netflix news. Now, before anybody gets all excited, this doesn't mean they're going to have all the seasons of Netflix back on all the seasons of Power Rangers on Netflix. But for those of you guys that watched the first half of Dino Fury on Netflix, the second half of season 1 will be coming to Netflix, which will be October. I know it's gonna be coming out October 15th.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yep, next Friday. That's right. So, guys,
this upcoming Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well. So, but yeah, guys, if you've already seen every episode of Dino Fury up to this point, you can watch the second half on their next Friday or this upcoming Friday. So if you want to wait for the episodes on Nickelodeon, it's up to you. Or if you want to watch it, hold on.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry about that. So if you guys want to watch it on Netflix, commercial free, there you go. But if you want to just wait till the episodes come individually on Nickelodeon during the season. God, why? It's weather, I swear. Anyway, so I think it's cool that they're actually releasing Dino Fury because
I think your sneezing is messing up my internet connection.
Yes, because I got the power of sneezing internet problems. So anyway, I think it's pretty cool that they're actually going to make Power Rangers exclusive to Netflix next year. That's what I saw in the interview with Chase Perez. So the second season will be this already kind of hints that they are planning to move Power Rangers to Power Rangers Dino Fury season 2 to Netflix. So why did you guys discuss that? What do you guys think of them doing this? And I'll be right back.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it'll definitely be. I'll wait till he comes back. Or I'll just keep going. I think it's really cool. It'll definitely be a lot more accessible, and it'll be commercial free. So it'll probably be better than watching the shows on Nickelodeon. Obviously, I do wish that all the other seasons were still on there on Netflix.
I mean, in all honesty, though, it changes accessibility because not everyone has Netflix. And so for some people, it actually makes it harder to see than basic cable.
Right.
But then again, a lot of people been getting rid of cable too. So
yeah, and for those who don't have Netflix, they'll just have to wait when it airs on Nick,
or when it's uploaded through one of the approved YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're now uploading full episodes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which
only to channels that have been approved by Hasbro, though. So if you happen to somehow have a copy of the episode and decide to upload it to your YouTube channel, it will get copyright striked and taken down.
I would never do that.
No, but Nate probably. As for it going exclusively to Netflix for next season and possible future seasons, I really wish they would go ahead and keep it on TV on a channel. Hasbro should probably look into that. Maybe channels that allow full 40 episodes a year. Or maybe just find a channel that allows them there an episode a week.
Maybe.
Do 50 episodes like the Super Sentai. Do a movie every couple years or every year or, every 6 months or, something like that.
Go ahead.
Plus, the reason that I'm not too keen on it going directly to Netflix only is I have tried to search for Power Rangers episodes on Netflix. I have tried to search for other things. And apparently, just typing in the name of the series does not always work.
Well, at least like Mighty Morphin and Beast Morphers and Ninja Steel are on there still.
Yeah, I type in Power Rangers, and the first 20 results have nothing to do with Power Rangers.
And the
Mighty Morphin
funny. And the Mighty Morphin movies on HBO Max. So
I think it's kind of funny that
Turbo was on HBO Max.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
I think it's kind of funny though that what Rick would just said about Netflix and searching for Power Rangers, it does give you like basically options like, oh, something that's related to it, like that show Mini Force, basically like a Power Ranger-esque type of thing.
Whereas like HBO and Disney, if you search for something, the first result is the item you're searching for.
Yeah. And for them moving Power Rangers Dino Fury exclusively to Netflix for the second season, I mean, it's good because then it gives us them an option to actually
hit him in the head.
It gives them an option actually to do like the first 8 episodes and then the second half of the season later. I mean, I like that what they're doing because that way,
or a fourth at a time, or every week, or
something like that.
I mean I guess with Netflix they could do an episode a week.
Maybe they could try. That's if they're going to do that. But I think that it's a smart idea to do that, so that way people are not waiting. Because then you'll know when it's actually going to be released instead of being on like a long hiatus and just sitting there going, when's it going to come out? When's it going to come out? So that way they can at least be ahead of the international spoilers. So, hopefully that helps.
That ain't going to work because Netflix India will upload it first, then Netflix France, then Netflix UK, and then like 3 months later, Netflix US.
Well, it's true. But my thing is, I think that, it's
since I can access every Netflix.
Yeah, all you got to do is just you just got to change your region, where you're located. So, but I think it's a smart idea to do that, to go to streaming service like Netflix, but with it being on Nickelodeon, I know people a lot of people are like, okay, well, they don't care about Power Rangers. It's like, well, I mean, they're still airing it. They're still trying to get through their contracts. You got to remember that. But this gives more opportunity for Power Rangers. So, like they said in the past, like they said before, that they are planning to do a movie, another movie, which is going to be a reboot. More than likely, in my opinion, it's probably going to be Mighty Morphin, but that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that it's going to be Mighty Morphin, but I'm just saying that it's more than likely because that's the obvious choice because, that's what started Power Rangers and that's what Hasbro has been releasing a lot of stuff Mighty Morphin related. And but if it's going to connect to
over the last
series,
over the last year, there's been a lot of rumors. Some that are like, oh, it's going to be a time traveling movie where they're going to use different suits. It's going to start off with like 3 Rangers, and then at the end, it's going to have the remaining 2, and they're going to time travel back to the 90s, and it's going to set up its own universe,
and maybe a Time Force reference.
I mean, I don't dislike that idea, but the fact is, it's like, but also if you remember that
it could be Avengers in-game of Power Rangers.
Yeah, and if you don't remember, if you remember that they also are going to plan to make the movie live, because it's going to be live action, of course, but it's also going to connect to the live action series that they're going to release too, and they're also going to go animated as well. So, but we'll see what happens with Power Rangers down the line. Supposedly, yeah. We
won't know anything official until Hasbro officially makes any statements. At this point, it's all rumor. It's all what people claim they've heard from insiders. It's all what insiders are claiming they've heard from upper
Well,
management.
some people have gotten it from magazines and everything, but here's the thing: they are actually, I mean, since
But the
PMC
new
is
Power
coming up
Rangers movie is going to be rated R, and it's going to have rampant cussing.
I wouldn't mind it being R. That'd be a cool Power Rangers thing. A dark
And
Power
Deadpool's
Rangers
going to
series
guest star.
would be kind of funny.
He's
now,
going to show
with
up
that
with the Dragon Shield, the Dragon Dagger, and be like, "Hey, Zordon, here you go. Peace out." And hop right back into the MC.
I was going to say, so with that said, PMC is coming up in 2022 of August of next year. So we might
10
get some
months.
information there. We might get some information there, you know, because 2023 will be marking the
30th anniversary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get something.
And who knows? The Dino Fury finale could give us information as well.
We'll see about
anything's possible.
I mean, we do have the Morphing Master, so it's
exactly
a good possibility.
Who's to say that there won't be an in-credit scene to the final episode where the Morphing Masters just come on out and say, "Hey, we know you're watching us, so here's a preview."
That would be nice. So anyway, next up we got this third party.
And then the Green Morphing Master removes her mask to reveal she's Lady Deadpool. Break the wall.
So here we go. So we got another topic right here from Diamond Select. And they released a bunch of the statues that you guys remember, like the White Ranger, the Red Ranger. Here's another Red Ranger. So this is like a bust statue of the Red Ranger. And it looks really good. It looks really good. Now, granted,
all right, Nate, where are you storing that?
Nowhere. I don't have any place to put that. But I like the detail of it.
We need to have a spot.
But yeah, so let me look this up on Morphin Legacy. I think I can find it. So anyway, it's really nice detail. I like the look of it, but the fact is, I probably wouldn't buy it, in my opinion, because it's probably going to be a lot of money. Now, there are people out there that would buy it for, you know, the
it's like $99.99.
Let's see.
With a couple ones in front of it.
I'm sure it's a lot more than that, but I'm going to look right now. I think that this is a nice looking piece. So who knows? I mean, while I'm looking, David, what do you think of this?
It looks very cool. If there's a Blue Ranger one, I would get it, but you know, it would be very expensive.
Yeah. So, I mean, Rick, what about you, man?
I personally am not getting this just because, like you, no space. I mean, I don't even have space for my newest Lightning Collection figure.
Yeah.
That's how out of space I am.
Yeah. So here's the price. Actually, this is not a bad price. This is actually not a very bad price. It's
$49.99.
$175. Not bad. I mean,
oh, well, I was close.
You can get on, yeah.
The first
you can
time.
get it on Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, or Tokyo Collectibles. So if you want to get that, dude, just pre-order it there, and it will be released the first quarter of 2022. So
now, question: does the helmet remove to allow you to have a Red Ranger bust of Jason or Rocky, or is it just the helmet?
It's all one piece. It's basically going to be just like a bust. That's what it is. It's like one of those busts you would see in a fancy rich
But
house.
you have to admit it would be fun to have like a little helmet to be able to take off and just display them in their secret identities, or
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
because at that point I'd have to get a couple. You know, Trini, Kimberly, Kat, maybe
Really
even
nice.
Aisha.
So with that said, we got some other news from another third party that's teamed up with Hasbro. I think they teamed up with Hasbro, but we got this thing called from people that do these statues from Iron Studios. So let's go ahead. Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, go back real quick. So starting off with that, Power Rangers Iron Studios. We got the White Ranger.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing these.
These look great.
These look awesome.
This looks great.
Yeah.
It's I mean, okay, so we'll get to the price. We'll get to the price once we're done looking at this. So there's the White Ranger, and then you get Zordon. Which honestly looks
I
great.
kind of just want that Zordon.
Yeah, that Zordon looks impressive.
I mean, that Zordon is the Lightning Collection figure we should have gotten.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a big face. Now the Rangers can look up at him.
Exactly.
Instead of having to be like, hey, Zordon, are you okay? You're kind of on the ground.
So, and then we have the Yellow Ranger.
Hell yeah.
Nice detail.
Being a
And then
badass.
we got the Black Ranger. And I know you guys are wondering about you're probably wondering about these little stands. We'll get to the end of that in just a bit. And then we've got the Pink Ranger with their power bow. So I do like how they include it. Do they include the saber? Yes, they did. All right. I do like how they include their weapons with it.
Yeah.
And then we got the Blue Ranger. So he looks awesome. And then we've got the Red Ranger. Again, looking awesome as ever. And then we got the Green Ranger. Now, for those of you that are wondering, why they have these little pieces right here they're standing on. Now, the little sculpts, the little figurine, the figurine is not removable, but what is awesome is they connect to make this awesome looking piece with all seven colors. Or if you want, just do 6, or just do another 6, or just do 5. Now,
so the Green and White Ranger must be removable pieces in order to be able to create that.
Or maybe
they're selling the pieces
right.
without the statue.
Oh, maybe that's probably maybe.
So when they say non-removable, they probably mean the base 5.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I thought they were non-removable, but the one thing that really drives me nuts is that, again, the belt buckle is not gold.
The paint solves that problem.
Yeah, exactly. Easy fix.
But if they are actually removable, all 7, this would be a nice display piece for Lightning Collection as well.
Yeah, and I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think is missing in this whole thing?
Alpha.
What do you think? Exactly. They should have an alpha in there. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to have. And the cool thing is Zordon's head does light up. So it acts a cool effect. And I do love these. I do love the look of these. So they're going to be available on this website called Iron Studios and Sideshow Collectibles during the second quarter of 2022. And each Ranger and Zordon are going to be $150. So, or if you want to spend all that money for it, it will be $1,200, which will be $1,200. So if you want to just go ahead and get them all, so that would be a lot to spend on these figures.
Yeah,
But with the quality you're getting, with the quality you're getting in these figures, and everything, and Zordon, I think that is the right price point, in my opinion, because
like I
you're
said,
spending so much.
I may actually end up buying just Zordon.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like when you're going into getting these things, you got to remember they do put a lot of work. It costs money.
Oh yeah,
to make money. So you got to remember that, guys. I know a lot of
And-
people will probably think, "Well, that's too expensive, man. That's ridiculous." It's like, well, how do you think they're going to make their money back from all this stuff,
I
all
mean,
the
it
work?
really depends on the material, because if the figures are made of a really good hard plastic, and then the base in Zordon's tube are made out of like die-cast metal, then $1,200 is like, wow,
Yeah,
a really great price.
Yeah,
Because
man,
that much die-cast metal would be, ooh. But I doubt it's die-cast. Because I think if it was die-cast, it would actually probably end up being a little bit more.
right.
Yeah.
So let me go down the line here. David, what do you think of these figures? And would you try, if you had the money for all of them in one set, or would you just go for the Blue Ranger? What would you do?
I mean, this is really cool. Yeah, I would probably like just get the Blue Ranger. Although, yeah, that's a good point that that Alpha is not in this set. And I do have a hard time picturing where he would stand, though. Like even if like both the Green and White Ranger were there.
Well, you'd have to remove green or white and have Alpha in its place.
Right. So like if the Green were there, then like Alpha would be on that side, and if the White were there, then Alpha would be on that side.
Yeah.
I mean, but that'd be cool and everything. So, Rick, what about you, man? If you were to buy this, what would you do?
If I had the money and the space, yeah, this would definitely be an awesome display. But as it sits, I may try to get the money to be able to purchase Zordon.
Same, yeah.
Because
that should have been the Lightning
Zordon
Collection.
we should have got for Lightning Collection.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that should have been the one. Yeah.
Now, I mean, in my opinion, yes, this is a cool thing, and I agree with you guys on Zordon, and this would have been awesome if it was the Lightning Collection. I mean, with what we got with the Lightning Collection, it is what it is. I don't mind it. I mean, at least we got something of Zordon in the Lightning Collection. But this would have been cool if they did this. But
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Zordon from the Lightning Collection is nice, but I see it more as the Zordon being transported by Divatox and Astronema, Dark Spectre captured him, not like Zordon for Command Center.
Right.
Whereas this Zordon screams Command Center.
Yeah, and it's a lot different. I mean, the Command Center, the way they made the Command Center look, I think it's pretty cool, especially with the. Let me go back to him really quick. Where is it? There it is. I mean, this is way different from what we've seen.
Well, plus
in the Command
design,
Center.
You could also set this up to be in the Zeo Command Center,
exactly,
or the Turbo Command Center.
Dude, this would be awesome if they had this. This looked like this could have been a movie. I mean, I remember like the movie one they did, or a movie in the future. That would be awesome.
This thing is sitting at a height of 13.7 inches. That is more than a foot tall. Even Goldar, King Sphinx would have to look up to Zordon with this tube.
Yeah, and the Ranger figures are that much height right there. At least I think some of them are.
Well,
Yeah, well, some of them are different sizes.
No, what it is because of the display, they're measuring from the bottom of the display piece to the highest point on the figure. So that's why the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Black Ranger are in the 6-inch range, but the green and white are in the 8-inch range because they have the extra height from the base.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. And I gotta say though, you know what would be cool if they took this idea and did that with the villains,
Yeah.
like a Lord Zed throne, him sitting
Lord
there,
Zed sitting in his chair, Rita standing next to him,
or Rita kissing his feet,
or no,
Or just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rita just laying over Lord Zed's lap.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be cool. This would be awesome if they did like cockpit designs.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would be so cool.
Just
Iron
give us
Studios.
an actual cockpit that we can utilize with the Lightning Collection figures.
Exactly. I mean, you can remove those figures and put those in there. Or Hasbro, think about that. Do Ranger cockpit, the Lightning Collection designs. That way, if people want to do like a little display piece of showing like a little scene where Rangers are in the cockpit, that would be so cool. Granted, it'd be a lot of money, but it'd be so
to
cool.
do a Megazord cockpit to be able to seat 5-6 Rangers, you're probably looking at roughly $75 if it's part of the Lightning Collection. It would be probably the size to fit on a bookshelf. To do individual Zord cockpits, you're probably looking at a good $30 each to get each of the Zord cockpits, which are pretty much just a recolored design of each of the Zords. But let's face it, there are a lot of collectors that would buy it. I would find the money.
Right.
So come on, Hasbro. I need a Dino Megazord cockpit. I need a Dragon Zord cockpit. I need a Tiger Zord cockpit. I need a Ninja Megazord cockpit, which is also technically.
So with that said, those are really cool figures, but me personally, I don't think I could afford it as much as I would love to get one of those. But anyway, now we're moving on to Rick's Boom Time.
Oh boy, you're supposed to give me a 20-minute heads up on this.
We were kind of
We've discussed this. So because you failed to do that, that will be $190 fine.
No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
You don't have a choice. It was part of the contract you signed in your sleep.
You were the one that grabbed my hand and went to do that. Like,
it's still legally binding.
Yeah, okay. So, you want to go to...
But anyways.
Say, okay, here's that. I sent that to you. So you can... Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Am I not doing the ones you sent on the 28th?
No, that's for tomorrow.
Oh.
Wait, no.
No?
That is the 28th. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just sent it to you. Okay. We sent it to you because I didn't know if you saw it already. But anyway, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. So, first up, we have Power Rangers Universe number 1. This is going to be a limited series. We got the main cover right here with the fist coming up through the ground. Multiple Red Rangers. Oh, I can't make that bigger. Looks like Turbo, Mighty Morphin, Omega, Samurai, and that is definitely not the Red Time Force Ranger, although it has the Red Time Force Ranger's belt, so it's probably one of them Hyper Force Ranger things that they keep trying to push. There on the cover. But yeah, I hear Nate laughing.
All right. So, what's the description and when is it supposed to be released? Does it have a date for it?
This is going to be let's see. I am not seeing a release date.
I think it's supposed to be like December or something, probably later this December. That's what I'm thinking. But if you look through, we'll read the description. Okay.
So, on August 20th this year, Boom Studios with Hasbro announced the Power Rangers Universe series, a limited series. What is the true origin of the Phantom Ranger? What is his connection with the Morphing Grid? From the moment he first appeared 24 years ago, fans have wondered about the origins of the powerful and mysterious Phantom Ranger and how they tie into the greater Power Rangers universe. Questions which have never been answered until now. In the game-changing series that no Power Ranger fan can afford to miss. It does look like it will be released sometime in December, like Nate was saying. It will be exclusive to local comic book shops. And you'll be able to find it at the Boom Studios web store. And there will be digital copies that will be coming out for. So looks like it's going to be released exclusively to local comic book shops at first. And then it's going to be uploaded to digital platforms.
Okay.
Such as iBook, Google Play, and Kindle.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Which honestly, I think possibly they'll probably have a volume for this, which is more than likely, or a full comic.
So it'll probably be like the week after. So definitely support your local comic stores. Pick up the paper copy because I don't know about you, but I really hate reading from something that's lit up in my face.
So let's go on to the covers for this.
Yeah. So we got the main cover here. Then the next one is a variant cover, which shows the Red Psycho Ranger, because this is essentially the Red Ranger cover for the series. You have the Red Rangers on the main cover. You have the Red Psycho Ranger here. The next cover is the Red Ranger pretty much coming out of the redness.
Which I think is a cool design.
I'd say the darkness,
so awesome.
but, he's got to blend in.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though. It's like, coming out of the shadows, but it's red.
And then the final cover here is the Phantom Ranger. Looks like he's going into the Morphing Grid, or maybe transporting out of the Morphing Grid, because you got the Ranger colors all around him in a rainbow-esque form.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to hint at something.
Mm-hmm.
I hope not, because that would completely confuse people who saw the relationship tension between him and Cassie. But, it is the 21st century now, so maybe Phantom Ranger is a woman.
Oh boy! All
Who
right,
uses
so
a voice modulator to sound like a guy. I mean, we saw that when he got damaged in space, he had electrical wiring.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's part of his voice modulator.
So with that said, let's go to the next one, which is
I think
Rick.
it's Zordon's battle suit.
That'd be awesome.
All right. Oh, come on, phone. Stop freezing. All right. So our next one is going to be Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers issues 13.
Okay, let's go to this one.
And let's move this to tomorrow's episode. All right.
Nope.
So we have the main cover of Mighty Morphin 13, the beginning of the Altarian War. It's all been building to this, the inevitable showdown between the Power Rangers and their allies, and the biggest threat they've ever faced, the Imperials. And yet, the shocking conclusion of the first year of Mighty Morphin may have ended the war before it even began, decimating the heart of the Power Rangers. Can the Rangers move past the betrayals in order to save Earth and the universe itself? The main cover here obviously shows a shattered Zordon tube with Zed's staff. Now, I have to admit, that would be an awesome effect for the Lightning Collection.
Yep. Okay.
To have the lightning shoot out from the bottom of Zed's staff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Next
so
copy. That is the Legacy cover. This one shows Alpha and Zordon.
Is that Alpha 6?
That I think is still Alpha 5 because they have yet to introduce Alpha 6.
Well, it's kind of weird because he doesn't have that thing on the top of his head, and the suit kind of looks like Alpha 6.
I get that, but that is probably just a paint error.
Oh, true.
So, I mean, that is the Legacy cover. So this one will have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and a number that is concurrent with the old Mighty Morphin series. Then the next cover is one of the variants. This one has the main team of 6. Looks like it's drawn on a chalkboard at school. And apparently they're being assigned homework to memorize Zordon's 3 rules.
Never use your power for personal gain. You must never
escalate a fight unless the enemy forces you to. Must never reveal your identity. Which, by the way, there's a reason there's only 6 on this cover. Because they're the only 6 to have kept that rule.
That is very true. So, Rick, when are these going to be? So, when is one of these variants and the comic coming out for Mighty Morphin?
These
13?
are coming out November 3rd. So, just a few weeks from now.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So, remember, reach out to your local comic book shop. Be like, hey, I want Mighty Morphin 13. Please hold a copy for me. I'll be in on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Go on in, pick it up, open it up, read it, support those small businesses.
So, are you ready for the next one?
Uh-huh.
Here we
Plus,
go.
get jobs. They help you afford these on a regular basis.
Okay, this is kind of weird. Actually, might be a typo. Yeah, that's a typo. So that's definitely this one's a typo. So here we go.
So here we have Power Rangers 13, which is the Power Ranger side of the Mighty Morphin and Power Ranger comics. This is the first issue in their part of the Altarian War, which will come out 1 week later on the 10th. So definitely get this one as well, because this main cover shows the team of 4 Omega Rangers, because there is now a new Blue Ranger. The Omega Rangers, including their unexpected savior, the new Blue Omega Ranger, race against time to beat the impending Imperial threat to Earth. Can they deliver the critical secret they've uncovered to Zordon before it's too late? So, of course, this is the main cover. Issue 13, Power Rangers. The next cover, which is the new Blue Omega Ranger in all of its glory.
So crazy.
Well, okay, so close, but you get the idea. This is the legacy cover. Again, this carries over the numbering system from the old Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic series that did actually end with issue 55. But, hey, a cover with the new Blue Omega Ranger. Got to get it. And then, finally, we have a variant cover revealing the identity of the new Blue Omega Ranger, who has been in the comics since the beginning of the Power Ranger comic series. Well, no, actually, it's like issue 2 or 3. But
it's Kringer's cousin from He-Man.
It's their little wolf dog companion thing.
So will it actually be actually talking?
That I don't know. But he was chosen in a previous issue that's already out by the remaining spirit of the Blue Morphine match, or is it Sentinel or
more the emissary?
Blue Emissary. Yeah. So, like, the remaining spark of essence for the Blue Emissary chose him to be the new Blue Omega Ranger. So, this is definitely going to be interesting, because this was revealed a few issues before. Like, 2 issues have come out. That issue and then one other, since it was revealed that he was getting the Blue Omega Morpher. So, yeah. Definitely going to be interesting to see alien dog-like creature being a ranger. This is a first for Power Rangers. Yeah. And I'm not counting Doggy Kruger, because Doggy Kruger is humanoid. Yes, he still has a dog beak, but he speaks and acts just like a human. Right. We have not seen that out of this alien dog-like creature yet. Yeah. And based on the previous cover for the Legacy, we're still not going to see it. I could be wrong. I'm basing my opinion on the covers. But
all right, so let me go down the line here. With everything that was revealed in his topic, what do you think? Power Rangers universe and other issues of Power Ranger, Mighty Morphin, and Power Rangers being a part of the Eltarian War.
Very cool. Obviously, the designs look great. Obviously, especially that Red Ranger one. It'd be interesting to see the White Ranger one. It's all white in the back.
Yeah, maybe down the future we'll see. But I think what I like about this is the universe is actually going to reveal the true origin story and the identity of the Phantom Ranger. We'll finally find out who the Phantom Ranger is, even though it's in comic book form. But still, it's going to be awesome. I've been waiting for this for many years.
I hope they do this right, because I hope they don't choose a character to be the Phantom Ranger that makes absolutely no sense.
Right.
Because, I mean, if they made the Phantom Ranger, say, a later mentor or something, or Gosei, or Gosei's human form, just to be able to connect it to Megaforce, and it would be stupid.
Right.
But if they choose a character that maybe we had a one-off of early on, and they developed the power and became the Phantom Ranger, or it'd be Billy, which would be amazing.
Or let's just.
But even Billy wouldn't fully make sense, because he went to Akatar, met up with a Aktarian woman that he liked.
Equation. Yep.
Equation. So why would he now be on Earth just, a couple months later, working with the Turbo Rangers, having that little will they, won't they relationship with Cassie? And I mean, in Power Rangers in Space, you see he recognizes Cassie's feelings for him.
Yeah.
So I think it would be stupid for it to actually be Billy.
So,
as much as fans would love to see that.
Let's be honest. The options are really there. Let's see. I mean, it could be Ernie. It could be Lieutenant Stone.
Well, Lieutenant Stone wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Ernie,
on the other hand, Ernie seemed to always know more than what he let on.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
I am almost positive Ernie knew who the Rangers actually were.
Right. And what I'm looking forward to is definitely.
Let's see. They were the only 5 that did not come out of the youth center during the earthquake when Rita escaped. And then all of a sudden, 5 Power Rangers show up in the city wearing the same colors that they were wearing.
So, with that said, I look forward to Power Rangers.
You really think Ernie didn't have a security camera system?
Yeah. I also look forward
he saw the teleportations.
The Eltarian War series that's coming to Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. It looks great. I can't wait for that. Rick, before we move on to the next topic, go ahead and give your spiel.
Support your local businesses, your local small businesses. Support your local comic book shops. Support the paper copy. Because, again, backlit stuff, not good on the eyes when reading. So, definitely support paper copy.
Okay. So, with that said, this is our last topic of today. The Power Rangers Dino Fury episode rates. And we are going to discuss and rate episode 11, McScary Manor, which was last Saturday's episode. So let me go ahead and let me go to David. David, if you want to give your little spiel on this episode and your rate. Sure. This was the one where,
So
yeah,
I watched this. So it starts off with Amelia's Pop going to McClary Manor, and he claims that he saw a ghost. And then later at Buzz Blast, Javi is trying to give ideas for stories for Amelia. And then, of course, Amelia's Pop comes by, and he tells her about the ghosts that he saw. And then she goes over there and to check it out herself. And then something interesting happens.
Yeah. So, what would you say about this episode? What would you rate it, and what would you say about it?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It was just another good old-fashioned episode. Yeah.
Okay. Short but sweet. Not bad. Rick, what about you, man? Why don't you go ahead and give us your spiel?
Well,
the spiel.
I mean, it was a good haunting episode. I could have seen this actually being like a Halloween episode.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With a little more work into it.
Uh-huh.
But they clearly didn't want this to be the Halloween episode. Even though they wanted to use the Haunted Mansion. The hell? This should have been the Halloween episode.
So with that said, the rate?
But I have to admit, Amelia getting the power-up was really nice.
That was so cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I'd actually give this one a solid 8, maybe even a 9.
Okay.
So here's my spiel. So, like David said, Pop shows up to the manor, McClary Manor, I think it's called.
McClary Manor,
and, yeah. So it was a really good episode. The way they did it, Tomb Trist, which was the Sporgs Beast. And what's interesting is the person that played the voice of Tomb Trist was the actress that plays Jane from Buzz Blast. So she got to play a voice of a monster.
Screams Halloween.
It does. But
Kira Josephson,
when she hits them with their moonbeam or the mood beam, Javi ends up becoming really emotional, like sad and everything.
Yeah. And Amelia becomes like angry and
yeah, and then you've got
then Ollie becomes like super happy, and then and Zato becomes lazy,
and then Izzy becomes scared of everything, basically.
Oh yeah.
So what's cool is that this episode was really, really fun, a lot of good stuff, and then it had the debut of the Dimetro Blazing Zord and the battle armor key, which activates the blazing battle armor. Yeah. Which this footage that they used for this was original footage. Ryuzo Pink never got the armor, so this is the first time we've ever seen a Pink Ranger to get the battle armor first before anybody else. I mean, every Ranger can still use it, but it's pretty cool of how they represent. That's why this episode is called Blazing Pink, so it works out perfectly.
Because Pink Ranger set herself on fire with a special armor that allowed her not to burn.
And it's cool because she actually gets to take the lead and use the Zord, which is whatchamacallit. I love. She gets to use the Dimetro Blazing Zord to combine with the T-Rex Champion Zord to create the T-Rex Blazing Megazord, which is so cool. And if you guys remember, when Pop was in the manor, he mentioned something that he used to work at Area 62. And the person that's really actually been taking care of Amelia has been her Pop because her parents disappeared. So I don't know. Maybe we'll go into deeper. It'll be awesome if it goes in a little bit deeper with that. We'll have to wait to see the rest of this season and then next season. So I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But with that said, I give this episode a 10 because all in all, really good episode. A good heartfelt story.
Yeah.
Even though her pop, worries about her and everything, it's just that she's into that stuff, paranormal stuff, and it's kind of like, it is what it is. So yeah, I give this episode a 10. And I think last episode I gave was a 10, and I said a 9 by mistake. But yeah, I gave last episode a 10, I think. But anyway, so yeah, with that said, I give this a 10. Rick gave it a 8.
8, possible 9.
An 8 as well for me.
And an 8. So this episode was really good. I enjoyed it. So guys, if you haven't watched yet, Dino Fury's episode, if you guys have recorded it or if you haven't seen it yet, it was on Nickelodeon this morning, which was Power Rangers. We're not going to discuss it here. We're going to discuss. I'm going to just go back to that. Here we go. So with that said, guys, this is it for this episode. We will have a
This
new
is
episode.
the last of the Netflix episodes.
We will have an episode tomorrow at our usual time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Unless
This was
it
just
cancels again.
No, I don't plan on canceling. So, we'll talk about this Saturday's episode of Dino Fury, which is episode 12, Super Hot Shot. And so yeah, we'll talk about that. We got a lot of other topics. We'll talk about a lot of other episodes. We'll talk about a lot of other stuff that's been posted on the in the topic list. So I will be sending that to you guys you guys in the group chat, so you guys can read the topic list for that. And so yeah, tune in for tomorrow. It's gonna be more phenomenal.
Yeah.
With that said, let me go ahead and give David a chance to give his little spiel.
Today was a good episode. It's great to be back here, and yeah, it's great to be back. That's it.
Rick?
Again, remember, support your small businesses, support your local comic book shops. Small businesses bring money into your town, your city. And a lot of companies are hiring and offering a lot of money for easy employment right now. So take advantage of that. Get yourself a nice paying job. You'll be able to afford conventions. You'll be able to afford comics. You'll be able to afford Lightning Collection. Yes, it's out.
Yeah, I was talking about that yesterday. The in the what's in the box, so which is really cool. So let me go ahead.
Which, by the way, he actually did wear that outfit in an episode. The episode where he got the key cards from Onyx, he actually was wearing that suit, which I always assumed he was actually in his space suit, the silver with the red shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But nope. He designed an entire outfit to infiltrate Onyx.
I think also he wore that robe for the first episode in space. But not
he wore a robe for the first episode of In Space. He also wore the robe in the first part of the team up with Lost Galaxy, and he was wearing a robe in the opening scene for Forever Red.
Pretty funny how that.
And I think there was one or two more episodes that he wore that robe in as well.
Yeah.
But
so,
I mean, in all honesty, you pretty much have like a Shadow Ranger here.
Or Stealth Ranger.
Just if you paint out the gold symbol on the chest, you have a complete shadow version of a Space Ranger.
Yeah. I like to call it the Stealth Ranger because, it's pretty cool. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do my outro. You guys.
All right.
Do my outro here. Here we go.
Okay.
So, guys, if you haven't watched this episode yet, it will be pre-recorded as usual during the live. It's good that I'm glad we did this episode today. I'm glad I didn't decide to skip this episode. So with that said, tomorrow we will have an episode, which is going to be 149. And that episode is called shell of a good time. And we've got plenty of topics to talk about. On there, some like 2 third-party projects and some other good stuff too. So make sure to tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are liking our that you like our Facebook page. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and
OnlyPans.
and OnlyPans. There's more butter to be found. It's buttery. It's buttery. They did that wrong. It's buttery. And our sponsor is Matt Austin. Just kidding. But in all seriousness, guys, make sure you guys follow us on those social media platforms. It's really cool. I try to do as much stuff on there as possible. At this point, the Twitch, I don't know what's happening with that. I want to do something with it, but we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, it's morphin' time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys
Bye.
tomorrow.
See ya.
See you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And